We have the latest of everything we know so far for the new iPad mini 2021 launch, including details about the new iPad mini A14 chip inside, and also we have the latest on design and specs, and of course the new iPad mini 6 release date and price. In 2020, all the iPad lines were updated, bar one, and that was the iPad mini 6. So here's my latest leaks video of everything we know so far for the Apple iPad mini 6 launch date, and of course we expect the cost to be with that new iPad mini 6 as well. However, I would love to know from you, are you a fan of Apple products and iPads? If you are, hit that like button at the same time. Also, let me know in the comments if you own an iPad at the moment and what model you possibly might be getting in the future. Will your future iPad be the new iPad mini 6th gen? Let me know. Well, let's get straight into it. So just a recap, in 2020 we had updates to the iPad Pro line in March time, and then in September time we had updates to the iPad normal, so an iPad 8th generation with an upgraded A12 processor inside it, and we also got the new iPad Air 4 or the iPad Air 2020 in that lovely new slate design similar to the iPad Pro line. So this means all the iPads have been updated apart from the iPad mini. The iPad mini was last updated almost 2 years ago in March 2019. It got an upgrade of the current A chipset, what was available at the time, so that was the A12. These upgrades were needed at the time, but now in early part of 2021 it is showing its age again. The iPad mini line really does need an upgrade now, as the latest iPad 8th generation is just as fast with the same A12 processor inside it, and also features a larger screen and is actually cheaper than the iPad mini 5th generation by around about $70 US. So let's get straight on to the release date of the new iPad mini 6th gen. We believe the release date of the next iPad mini will be March 2021, and this falls in line with most other iPads in recent years where they have come out in October or March time. For example, the iPad Pro came out March 25th, 2020. The iPad Air 3 and the last iPad mini 5 came out on March 18th, 2019. I think you're getting the picture here that we expect the iPad 6 to come out in mid to late March 2021. As far as price is concerned, right now we're looking towards the iPad mini 5 pricing model. You can get the current Gen 5 iPad mini for $399 US if you opt for the basic 64GB model. A 256GB version is available too, and you can also get one with cellular connectivity. I expect the prices to rise a little for the new model if some of the upcoming rumours do turn out to be true, just like with the new iPad Air rumours that were true in the end. But we still think it will be a mid-priced tablet. Now, the biggest rumour of all so far, as you can see in these renders, what I'm showing here, is that we may get a whole new design iPad mini. This would technically be the first time the iPad mini has had a whole new design since it first came out in 2012. The rumours are saying that the iPad mini 6 will be in the same design as an iPad Pro, giving that more flatter view and approach to the design. This must mean that we would get far smaller bezels and also the removal of the home button or Touch ID button in favour of gesture control and also Face ID. Now, this is a speculation and not many leaks have actually indicated that Apple are actually going to do this. However, it makes sense for Apple to make their iPad line look very similar, just like the full iMac line or the MacBook line looking also similar as well. However, one leak that seems to be clear is that the iPad mini 6 could come in a new slightly larger screen, and it would be an 8.5 inch size. For reference, all previous iPad minis, including the latest 5, have featured a 7.9 inch display. Min-Chin Kao, a reliable leaker, predicts that the display will be either 8.5 or 9 inches. The move doesn't necessarily mean we'll have to squeeze a larger tablet into our bags, as Apple has increased the displays of its iPads before by simply slimming down the bezels, just like the iPad 7th Gen that came with a 10.2-inch screen instead of a 9.7 like previous iPads, but the overall dimensions are basically the same. As also mentioned, for such a big screen increase, I believe a whole new design is in the works for the iPad mini 6. I can't really see such a jump in screen size in the current design of the iPad minis that we have previously seen. Now, another leak about the screen is rumoured to get a mini LED makeover. These new displays would replace the LCDs in the products and would offer an experience more akin to an OLED that we currently get in like the iPhone 11 Pro models and like the iPhone X and also the XS. It is likely that the iPad mini 6 will also feature that new A14 Bionic Chip that we recently got in the iPhone 12, but RAM size will probably get about the same as the normal iPhone 12 models, not the Pro models, so that would be about 4 GB. For storage, we're expecting now the minimum to be either 64 or 128 GB. This then would put it on par with the likes of the iPhone 12 or the iPhone 12 Pro models that start at 64 gigs or 128 GB in the Pro models, and this is kind of needed in 2021. Apple Pencil support was also added for the iPad mini 5, and we expect it to stick around, possibly with the support for the second generation Apple Pencil that also came out last year. A keyboard folio accessory would be nice as well, though whether it would work as well, it's going to be difficult to ensure that it could happen because the tablet is far smaller, and from the latest leaks and renders we can see here, if the actual physical size of the actual tablet is going to be smaller, I can't really see how we're going to get a full-size keyboard working with such a small tablet. Another rumour suggests that the iPad 6 might stick with the Lightning port, rather than jumping to the USB-C standard you find across the iPad Pro range. Apple gave the Pro a USB-C port as a Pro is targeted to be a laptop replacement device and also to work with Pro apps, so the ability to import media on USB was needed. However, we did get a surprise with the iPad Air this year, and that now has a USB-C port, but the new Air is a high-end iPad, just sitting under the iPad Pro line, where the Mini is more of a mid-range iPad, so personally we believe it will be sticking with a Lightning port. Well guys, at this stage this is the latest we know about the iPad mini 6. So are you excited about the new iPad mini 6 and will you be getting one? Or maybe you may get another iPad instead. Let me know what model you plan to buy in the comments. Don't forget